What's up, guys? This is Fitness Tips by Abdul Sabri. So today I'm coming to you guys with some trying to do some advancements on your workouts as far as your squats for today. We're going to do some isometric squats, and what that is going to be basically entailing that we're going to squat, come up fast, and then we're going to come down real slow with the squat. I'm going to use a jug of water for a little bit of a counterweight to help me as far as the resistance is concerned. I'm going to do that. With the resistance, I'm gonna try to stay down as much as I can with the squats and see how it basically works out. And if you want something to advance you, to rip your legs up a little bit more versus doing weighted squats, these isometric squats will be perfect for that type of rip up if you're trying to achieve that, guys. So my goal here today is to try to put more variety into your workouts. As I've always said, make sure that we never forego your workouts, and just keep your workouts going as much as you possibly can. All right, so in this workout, we're not gonna do is basically like a paré or something like you would do in ballet class or something like that, even though I have never been in ballet class. But in this squat, you'll basically squat shoulder length apart. Now on this one, I'm gonna turn my toes out a little bit. Well, a good amount. So I'm gonna turn my toes out on this one. And then on the squat, we're gonna go down very slow with the squats. Make sure that we're pressing on the heels, not on the toes, but pressing on the heels on these squats, okay? All right, so keeping the water in front, squatting very slow, pushing the hips back, and then push up. Squat slow, and push up. And then the thing also too, guys, we want to make sure that we're squeezing the glute muscles as much as we possibly can while doing these squats. Trying to implement those glute muscles and the hamstrings. All your quads will be affected, so we want to try to implement those muscles as much as we possibly can. So down again, and then push up, and then down, and push up. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 2 more. 11. One more. 12. Good. All right, so that's a part of the squat that we're actually going to do today. And we're also going to do one-legged squats, or one-legged lunges, should I say. I'm going to put my foot on the back of the bench back here. Go set the front quad out as much as you possibly can. You're going to lean back, not lean forward. You're going to lean back, and then you're going to put all the weight on the front quad that's up front, okay? So you squat, and then push back up. Squat, and then push back out. And you want to try to maintain your balance as much as you possibly can. Try not to use the back leg as far as the counterweight, as far as helping you to come up. Okay, so again, I'll push down again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 1 more, 10. Good. All right, we're gonna switch legs. Try to get them in as much as we possibly can. And then say, as I said before, we just want to bring a variety to all your workouts that you do, whether you're in the gym or you're at home. Try to implement them as much as you possibly can to bring that variety so that you can target those muscle groups as they need to be targeted. And also at the same time, maximize all your workouts. All right, foot out. Remember, maintain your balance. Leg is back here. Push down. 1. And I'm not using my hands as far as to come up and back and forth with. I'm just putting my hand on my quad 2, 3, 4, 5. My quads are pretty developed, although I always want to try to do more and more on the quads. 5, 6, 7, although I have a little bit of hair on them, that which I haven't cut off. That will show more definition with the hair off. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good work, guys. So if you're doing the exercise along with me, try to stay with it as much as you possibly can, guys. Keep those abdominals tight. Work those lower abdominals. Also, you're working the quads, which we are working right now. So we want to try to get in is implement those exercises as much as you possibly can while hitting them in, getting them in as much as you can. All right. So we're going to go back to the isometric squats again. Remember, you want to lower them down as much as you possibly can.
That's all I need.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 1 more, 12. All right, you're gonna go to the single leg lunge again. Put the leg out forward. It's pretty hot out here today. It's not super hot, but it's hot. It's roughly about 85 degrees outside in Florida today, especially in the part that I'm in. All right. So down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1 more, 12. Good. It's a real good stretch doing that. Real good stretch. All right. 1. And you want to try to keep your knee from pushing over your toes. Push it back as far as you can. If you got your chest erect, you're pushing back with your hips. Your knees will never go over your toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 1 more, 12. Good. Like I said, it is a very good stretch in hitting those quads and hamstrings that way. Isolate it, get as much as you can with it, and then in a minute, after we finish these 2 exercises here, we're gonna do 1 more set on each one. Then we'll do hyperextensions. We want to use the water jug along with that to do the hyperextensions with, to add a little additional weight to the upper part of the body when you're pushing down, pushing the glutes out, squeezing the glutes coming up, explorating those hamstring muscles. All right, squats again for me. We're gonna remember again, if you can come down a lot slower than I can, or slower than I'm coming down now, you definitely want to do that, because it's going to impact your quads, your hamstrings and glute muscles a lot more. Okay, so just keep those toes turned out for me. Come down, push up, 1, down, 2, and I can feel it. It is very, very good feeling. 3. Remember, squeeze those glute muscles on the way coming up. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. One more. 12. Good. Good work. Like I said, for all you guys that's going along with me in these exercises, make sure you stay with them as much as you possibly can. These are very good exercises for home. You can do them very well. You can do them in the gym, even with the weights. Even without the weights, they work really good. And you can impact those quad muscles, hamstrings, and the lower back muscles just as well without the weights. If you're doing the exercise properly, controlling your distance down or dissension down, and your increasing mode going up, you will see the impact is a great tool. This is a great tool to actually do. And now with this illness going around, pandemic going around, it is a great time, excellent time to try to implement exercises and things of that nature to try to target down and trim down that midsection. Get it out of the way, guys. This is what holds us back along the lines of when we're talking about our health is concerned. All right, so let's knock out this last set of this one-legged squat. Get these out of the way, and then we're gonna go to some hyperextensions and go to some other exercises. I'm gonna try to, on the next couple videos, I'm gonna do some high intensity or high velocity exercises that normally everybody can't do and won't be able to do, but I'm gonna just do some of the exercises just to provide a different variety of different things that you can do throughout your exercise. And even if you can't do them on that level, you can do them at a lower level and still push the body as much as it can possibly go. All right, so we're gonna go with this one-legged squat. All right, leg out, back, leg in the front. And remember, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, stretch it out. 4, 5, and remember the knees should not come over. 6, come over the feet. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11, 1 more. 12. I'm gonna tell you, it just feels so good to actually do these exercises like this. I enjoy working outside, although I do love working inside with the gym equipment and all that. Hopefully real soon, coming up in Florida, I'll be moving all my equipment here to be opening up a gym here in Florida. I can get more diversified of clients, more implications of just training in general. And that's my target goal, my target life goals as far as to be fit as I continue to go older and getting older in age, and to get other people fit just as well. All right, so this is gonna be my last leg squat on this one, and then we're gonna go to some hyperextensions. All right. Leg out front. All right, remember, keep that leg as tight as you can keep it. And then squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12, good. Now, we got those out of the way, and you can go up as far as 6 sets with these, but today I just try to make sure, basically on all my exercises, all my fitness goals, is when I'm recording them, I try not to make them too long. You can add the sets as you please, but I try not to make them too long so the video is not too long, so you can actually watch it and I don't run out of time with the videos and not be able to put them on. So we're gonna go to the next exercise, which is your hyperextensions. So we're gonna turn this way, and on this, feet gonna be turned out a little bit, and you're gonna, as you go down, I'm gonna extend forward with the jug of water, pushing the glute muscles back as far as you can. And when I come up, I need to squeeze my glute muscles as much as I can coming up, okay? All right, so and one of the biggest things of doing these exercises, you wanna be able to feel what you should feel in the interim of actually doing the exercise. So you wanna get that in as much as you possibly can. When you know what you should be feeling and you know what muscles should be targeted, it's a lot more easier to do the exercise and to get it in and get it involved into what you're doing. All right. So let's go with these. I love doing hamstrings. Hamstrings is a very good part of your legs. That is the back part of your legs. You definitely want to have that kind of strong as much as you possibly can, especially when you're squatting and you need that extra boost or that extra bit of muscle to push you up from the ground on the lower area. Okay, so let's go to the hyperextensions. Legs bent. You want to keep them bent. These, we're not straightening them out. We're not straightening the legs out at all. We're not extending them out. We're going to leave them bent the whole time, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, extend. 3, there you go. 4, extend out. 5, keeping the legs bent. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And with these, we're gonna go to 15. 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. Good. Now, even on these exercises, we're gonna make sure you keep your chest out. Just about every exercise that you are doing, the implication of the exercises is that you wanna keep all the muscle groups tight as you possibly can. You wanna keep the chest muscles out. If you're doing hamstrings, you wanna boost, push out your glute muscles. You're doing triceps, you still wanna have the chest muscle out, but you wanna squeeze and extra squeeze on that tricep muscle when you push it out as much as you can, and on either side. So you want to basically do that. Push it out, squeeze it. Push it out and squeeze it. So like I said, a lot of the exercise or the implementation of that is actually the flexing and the squeezing of the muscle and knowing what muscle to hit, and at the same time targeting it while you're doing it. All right, let's go to the second set of the hyperextensions. Again, feet turned out, knees bent. Okay, you're gonna keep the knees bent. You're not gonna straighten them out. Keep them bent. Okay, and then reach with the water weight or whatever that you have in front of you. 1. Good. Again, see, chest out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Squeezing that lower back too. 8, 9, 10. Remember 15 on these. 11, 12, 13, 14. One more. 15. Good. And like I say, we definitely don't want to do a whole lot of sets, but we want to just do enough that's going to implement or just at least target the muscle groups as much as we possibly can. And then later down the line, like I said, you can add more exercises, you can add more sets, just to target those muscles just a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna do the last set on this one. Toes out. Still, knees bent. And extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, legs still bent, 12, 13, 2 more, 14, 1 more, 15. Good work, guys. All right, like I said, we want to do as much as we can on these exercises, implement those muscle groups, try to push those muscle groups to not a normal standards, but beyond the normal standards. That's where you get the most effective part out of your muscle groups, is you can definitely get out of them. You can't get the most out of them by not pushing them the most that you can push them. You want to get those muscles moving, get the air, the oxygen pumped into those proportions that you're working, tire and fatigue those muscle groups out so that they can grow and replenish themselves with the nutrients that you're actually putting in, the micronutrients and whatever else that you're putting in. I know some people like to do the supplements and things of that nature. Basically, I don't do any supplements. I don't do any protein drinks or things of that nature, although some of these things can be helpful to you along the line. I don't preach that because I don't want you to get to the point where we actually become dependent upon these different supplements and pills and things of that nature. I want you to know that you can actually get the things that you need in your everyday foods. You just got to know what to eat and the variety of foods that you can actually get your things from. So again, this is fitness tips from Abdul Sabri. You guys stay frosty, stay healthy, work down that belly fat, have this time or spend this time working down that belly fat as much as you possibly can. Work on those muscle groups as much as you can, and remember, never forgo your exercises. Never forgo your exercises, guys, and stay on point. All right, again, this is Fitness Tips by Abdul Sabri. Like and subscribe on my channel as much as you possibly can. Any comments you may have, leave them below. Share and like my videos with other people as much as you possibly can, and then leave comments, and anything that you want me to hit on, leave that, and then I will try to target those muscle groups or any questions or any comments that you may have. All right, peace.